Okay, I can only pray that I am in the frame. So, very long time no see. I think it's been about 6 months. I have something to talk to you about. So when I was a lot younger, probably about 10 years old, I think, and I used to stay with my dad for school holidays. And one time when I went round there, he said to me, "Hey, my friend's son has just left one of his videos here, and if you want something to watch, you can watch it. It's totally fine. It might be a little bit mature, but you know, I think you can handle it. I think you'll be all right." And here's little me. I'd grown up on Disney, right? Put in the video cassette. Yes, this is the days of video cassettes. And I watched this movie. This movie was called Ninja Scroll. Now, if you guys have ever heard of that movie, then you would know that's not something that a 10-year-old should be watching, right? But I watched this movie and I thought, this is not Disney. This is unlike anything I've ever watched in my entire life, at 10 years old, my entire life. And I thought, this is kind of cool. Not because it was very excessive, just it was so different. Fast forward a few years and I've since discovered what it was that I was watching. It was called anime. And when I was probably about 14 and 15 and 16 and 17 and probably 18 as well, I became very much obsessed with Japanese animation. And I used to go to the local video shop with my best friend at the time, and we would get out whatever anime that we possibly could. So we'd be watching things like Patlabor and Project A-ko and all these bootleg Ranma 1/2 videos, which are kind of funny. Now I'm probably going to completely stuff up this whatever I'm doing right here, right now. Anyway, I was completely obsessed. Whoops. I also became very obsessed with Japanese culture. And I knew that one day I would absolutely love to not just go to Japan, but live there and work there and really engage with the culture. Fast forward a few more years, I had the opportunity to go to Japan and live and work in Japan as part of the JET program. The process of trying to get into JET was insane. I was so stressed and I really did think that I'd failed. I thought that I had failed to get into this program. And it was probably at about this point too that I was actually making YouTube videos. And I thought, well, clearly I'm not going to go to Japan. I've screwed up my interview. Everything sucks. I know they're not going to choose me, so I need to go full force into YouTube. And I kind of did, until I got a little thing in my inbox saying, "Congratulations, you've been accepted into the JET program and we are sending you to Japan." I couldn't believe it. Something that I had wanted since I was 14, and I was now, I think I was probably around 28. And you guys kind of probably already know the rest of that story. You probably already know, if you've been following me, that I did go to Japan, and I lived in Japan for 2 years in the most fantastic place in Japan, Yamagata. Highly recommended. If you ever go to Japan, go to Yamagata. But coming back was a lot harder than I thought it would be. And ever since then, I've kind of been in a weird state. And you've probably seen that here too. Well, let's reverse. Because actually, about the time that I was getting really into Japanese animation, I was also suffering quite a lot. And that's something that you guys probably do know about, because that's what my whole channel is based on. I started getting acne, really severe acne, when I was probably around 14, and it basically hasn't left my life. It hasn't left my face. And it hasn't been like the odd spots here and there. You know that it has been severe. And especially last year, 2018, it just seemed to come back with a vengeance. So I took pretty drastic measures, and I went on Accutane, which I've documented on my channel, and I think a lot of you have really appreciated that I've been pretty honest about that I've shown you my face and I've shown you how difficult it's been. But now we're in 2019 and you can see I don't have acne anymore. But why am I telling you all this anyway? Well, it all has to do with figuring out what comes next. Because what I've essentially done, and I realized this a few months ago, I realized that I have achieved some pretty major dreams. I think that when, you know, you grow up and you always think, oh, you know, when I'm older, I'd like to do this and I'd like to do that and I'd like to be this and I'd like to be that. But what if you achieve them when you're in your 20s or when you're in your 30s? What do you do? And I've been in this state of what the hell comes next for a while. And it stopped this channel a lot because I thought, well, this has always been a skincare channel. What do I do? But it's not just that. It's the fact that I've achieved my dream that I didn't even know I had, which was getting clear skin. And now I don't want to go down that path anymore. I want to do something different. And so I've been trying to figure out what is that different thing. What the hell else can I do? I've decided I need 2 new dreams. 2 very conscious new dreams. And that's kind of what I'm doing here in a way. I'm not a fantastic artist, but I know a little bit. I feel like I want to explore this a lot more and I want to be able to talk to you about this more, but not just in the sense of that, oh my God, I'm going to turn this channel into a painting channel, because that's not going to happen. What I more so want to do is just talk to you guys. Yeah, and while I'm doing that, I can paint. I can paint for you. But don't worry, it's not like I'm never going to talk about acne and skincare and stuff ever again, because that's also not going to happen. In fact, over the next few weeks when I'm uploading again, hallelujah, I will be talking about Accutane, and I will be talking about how my skin is and what I've done and what I'm doing in regards to my skin. And later on in the year, I want to be able to test out the Banished Derma Rollers as well. So that's also going to happen. So then what the hell is the second dream? I've been doing this YouTube thing since 2011. We're coming up to 8 years. 8 years doing YouTube. I'm still sitting here in front of the camera today, and I still filmed 5 videos yesterday, and I want to be able to share that with you. So what I've done is I've actually created a completely separate business, and it's all about how to use YouTube and Facebook videos and Instagram videos if you're an entrepreneur or you're a small business, or maybe you've got a hobby and you want to get the word out that you exist. I want to be able to teach people how do you do this, because it's fun and it's exciting and it's creative and it's keeping the power in people's hands. Instead of spending thousands of dollars on marketers, you can damn well do it yourself. And that's true, because I've done it. And I really do invite you now to hop over and subscribe to my brand new YouTube channel. It's called That Video Girl. That's what I am. That's who I am. That's what I love to do. Maybe some of you have thought along the way, geez, you know, Jess is doing this thing and she's exposing her face and she's creating content and she's doing all this stuff and people are subscribing and they're watching her and they're engaging, and I want that. Then please subscribe. I still don't think that this is dry. I don't really know how to close this off other than saying thank you, and I love you guys, and I'm really excited to be able to show you how to make content, and I'm excited to be able to talk to you just more casually and one-on-one about stuff that doesn't necessarily have anything to do with your face. Be more like a hangout session, you know, we can hang out once a week. You can have your cup of coffee or your cocktail and I'll paint a fish. I look forward to catching you all next week with an Accutane video. We're wrapping it all up. So I look forward to catching you all then. Mwah. Bye.